Can face yoga help with hooded eyelids? And why wouldn't you just have surgery? Well, watch this video and you'll know. I used to have very much hooded eyelids when I was in my 30s. I'm 43 now and my eyes are a lot more open, and it's all thanks to face yoga. I have nothing against upper eyelid surgery. It can be a very useful tool, but you need to do these exercises anyway, and I'm telling you why. Around the eyes, you have orbicularis oculi muscles, large ring muscles around the eyes. And if they are not active at all, your eyes might look like this. So yes, it looks like you have a lot of excess eyelid here. So you might consider just snipping it out. Don't do it yourself, go for a very qualified plastic surgeon. And yes, that will help, but it will not lift your eyebrows. There's a separate surgery for that, but then, it's getting to be a lot of surgery here. So let's talk about the exercise first. And I recommend that you give this 6 months before you go to surgery. And I'm gonna let you know why. So the frontalis muscle, the forehead muscle, often does most of the job of the orbicularis oculi muscles. So you kind of hold tension in your frontalis muscle, keeping the eyes open with the frontalis. At least I did. I started to get some wrinkles here, and my eyes were still hooded. How is that even possible? Well, the frontalis muscle is an overactive muscle. If those lines don't bother you, I'm happy for you. A lot of people say that they make them look angry, or they make them look tired, or just, old and haggard somehow. I don't have an opinion. I just know that a lot of people hate the lines on their forehead and then they get botox. Later on, I'm going to let you know why that is a bad idea. Anyway, so those lines on the forehead are not a sign of age so much, but a sign of overusing the muscle. So you're making the frontalis keep your eyes open when in fact the orbicularis oculi muscle should be doing it. So when you open your eyes, I often say wide like a deer in headlights. Maybe that's not a good image, but anyway, when you open your eyes wide, your eyebrows lift, but they should lift with the activation of the ring muscle around the eye, not the frontalis. So you don't wrinkle your forehead to lift the eyebrows up, but you activate this muscle here. It's as if you're trying to create space here. As much space as possible. You want someone to see what an art piece you have on your eyelids, and you're trying to make your eyelids as large as possible. That's why deer in headlights might be a bad mental image, because you're going like plop, like your eyes pop out of your head, and that's not the point. The eyelid muscles usually work pretty well if you haven't had any stroke on your face. The eyelid muscles usually work perfectly, you don't need to exercise them. The point is to create space here and exercise the orbicularis oculi muscles. If you feel like your eyebrows have gotten straighter with the years, that's kind of the same thing. So you need to exercise the ring muscle to get the eyebrow arch back. My eyebrows are still not symmetrical. They've never been. I don't think they ever will be. I still sometimes wrinkle my forehead. You've seen it 1,000 times in my videos. Whenever I get a bit worried, my forehead wrinkles. But at least it's a lot better than it was in my 30s. And most importantly, I don't have this tension on my forehead that I used to have. I didn't even realize that there was so much tension there, but I was holding a bit of tension here all the time to keep my eyes open, because my orbicularis oculi muscles didn't really do anything. So if you just snip the excess skin here, your eyebrows are still not going to lift. If you put botulinum toxin in your forehead, this might happen. If you don't have those orbicularis oculi muscles active there, this might happen. You get very hooded eyelids. And then if you already have Botox, you can do these exercises, but beware, what might happen is that you learn to activate the orbicularis oculi muscle. That's good, of course, but you're also sending messages to your frontalis muscle to activate, but it's not responding because the botox is there. So when the botox wears off, you're going to have an overactive forehead because you used to tell it to activate all the time. But the good thing is that at least now you have the active orbicularis oculi muscles, and you need to have them. Your brain won't allow this situation because you won't be able to see. So your brain will tell your frontalis to activate so that you can at least see. So you need to be able to activate the orbicularis oculi muscles first. And how do you do that? Well, the deer in headlights. Well, that can get you started. So you try to open your eyes as wide as possible. Don't care so much about the eyelids. Just try to lift your eyebrows up without wrinkling the forehead at all. So your forehead is completely relaxed. If it helps, you can use your fingers. I don't have a mirror. It's a very good idea to have a mirror. I don't have one right now because I'm filming this. So even without the mirror, I can tell that this eyebrow is trying to lift with the help of the frontalis. So I'm holding my fingers just a little bit here to keep it relaxed. I know that the other side is more relaxed. So I'm trying to create space here under the eyebrows without activating the frontalis muscle. And it took me like 5 months to learn. It can take you several weeks of daily practice. So please be patient. You need to be able to activate the orbicularis oculi muscle to be able to relax the forehead. I was doing these videos and I could see myself overusing my forehead all the time, and it took me 5 months before I was able to stop overusing my forehead all the time. But I had to go through this route. If I had just had a botox and eyelid surgery, the results would not be the same. They would not be natural. The botox is only temporary, so I would have to have a new shot every 4 to 5 months. I didn't want to go that route. But when you start these exercises, just do like 1 minute per day. 1 minute twice a day. Yeah. Why twice? Why can't you just do 15 minutes like twice a week? That would suit my schedule better. No, you need to do it quite often so that it's in your mind, even when you're not exercising, even when you're not doing those face yoga sessions. I'm sorry, I know that if you're thinking about your wrinkly forehead or your hooded eyelids, it's kind of seems counterintuitive to think about them even more, but you're getting better here. So you need to do that at first. You need to remind your forehead to stay relaxed, and you need to remind your orbicularis oculi muscles to stay active. That's why you exercise twice a day, so that this would be on your top of mind as much as possible. When you master this, that you can open your eyes, you can open this area, lift your eyebrows, and keep your forehead relaxed, you can start turning your head from side to side without lifting the eyebrows. So keep your gaze in the mirror, just turn your head side to side and try to keep your eyebrows relaxed. And then lift your chin up, still looking in the mirror, and don't wrinkle the forehead. And this is the hardest one. Bring your chin down and try to keep a relaxed forehead. And repeat. And just try to do this without activating the eyebrows or the frontalis muscle, keeping your forehead relaxed. And there is plenty of place for you to practice during the day. Like if you use mascara, when you put mascara on, try to do it with a relaxed forehead. When you're washing your face and you're looking in the mirror, if your makeup is already gone, just make sure that you're doing it with, I have a hair here, sorry. Make sure that you're doing it with a relaxed forehead. On social media, you sometimes see these exercises where you use your fingers and then you squint and you squint and you squint. And yes, that activates the right muscle, so yay, but you're activating it the wrong way. The orbicularis oculi muscle is kind of used to use squinting, But now we want to make it more open. And I'm sorry, but this is much more difficult than squinting. But you're trying to open and create space here. You can even do this exercise. Gaze to the upper top corner. And don't lift your eyebrow. I don't have a mirror, but I can already feel that my frontalis muscle is activating here. So I'm kind of trying to relax it with my fingers and gazing at that top corner. Good, then the other side. Oh, this is easier, good. So I'm gazing up and keeping the forehead relaxed. The other way. Oh, this is difficult again. Breathe. And once more the other way. You can feel that the orbicularis muscles are activating, but try to keep the forehead relaxed. And I warmly recommend that you give these exercises 6 months. No, it seems like a long time, but just do this daily. It's completely free. You just need a piece of paper. You really need this. You need a piece of paper and a pen. And you write down every day that you've done one exercise, second exercise. Then the second day, 1, 2. Third day, 1, 2. So you do these exercises twice a day. You start with 1 minute at a time, and you can work it up to 2 minutes at a time, but don't do more than that. You're just going to get very tired eyes, especially if you're prone to getting migraines or headaches in general. Just be very cautious. Just start with even 30 seconds at a time. This exercise is perfect for you if you have the tendency to overactivate your frontalis, creating headaches. You need to get rid of that habit, but just start very slowly. But mark down every time you do this exercise, otherwise you will forget. Then after 6 months, you're like, oh, nothing happened. And I'm wonder why. You need to do these exercises twice a day. 1 minute, 2 minutes at a time, twice a day. After 6 months, if you're still not happy, then go ahead. Get that upper eyelid surgery, get that botox every 4 to 5 months. But you still need to do these exercises, because even if you have the eyelid surgery, it's not going to do anything to your eyebrow, it's not going to do anything to your wrinkly forehead, and vice versa with the botox. So you will get better results even from these procedures when you do the exercises. The results will last you longer when you have naturally open eyes. This here is not the eyelid. The eyelid is here. So if you do the surgery, it's going to cut out some excess skin here, but you still need this space to have those beautiful arched eyebrows. Okay, I wish you good luck with your exercises and sisu, as we say in Finland. And I wish that you would comment if you're going to start exercising, and then I'll check back in a couple of months if you keep doing it. So just continue to comment on the comment section if you get any results, or I should say when you get the results, if you do this consistently. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, now is the perfect time to do that. Even push that little bell sign so that you will get a notification every Saturday when a new video drops. And you can get a lot more tips to look beautiful naturally.